Dominic Thiem, known for his incredible athleticism and explosive movement on the court, emphasizes a thorough leg warm-up routine. One of the key elements in his routine is the use of dynamic movements like jumping jacks and high knees to activate his muscles and get the blood flowing. Jumping jacks are a great way to get the whole body warmed up, but Thiem focuses especially on how they engage his legs. This movement helps elevate his heart rate and loosens up his muscles for the explosive demands of tennis. It's also a full-body movement, so while his legs are the focus, he's also waking up his arms, shoulders, and core. Next, high knees come into play. This exercise is all about getting the hip flexors and quads activated. It mimics a running motion, ensuring that his legs are nimble and ready for the sudden directional changes he'll face during a match. High knees are also fantastic for balance and coordination, both essential components of Thiem's powerful baseline game. Thiem's warm-up isn't just about getting his muscles loose, it's about fine-tuning the very strokes and movements that make him a tennis powerhouse. One of the highlights of his routine is his use of a toning ball for throwing drills, which helps him sharpen his backhand and forehand power while also strengthening his wrists, an area that has been problematic due to past injuries. The toning ball is a crucial part of Thiem's pre-match preparation, and it serves multiple purposes. First and foremost, it helps build the explosive power behind his backhand and forehand. Thiem is known for his aggressive, single-handed backhand, which is one of the most beautiful and effective shots in tennis. It's a shot that requires both strength and finesse, and the toning ball throw is ideal for mimicking the motion and adding force to it. When Thiem performs the toning ball throw, he typically stands in an athletic stance, much like he would when setting up for a shot on the court. He rotates his torso, engaging his core, and drives the ball in a throwing motion, almost like he's practicing his backhand or forehand. This motion is very similar to his actual strokes, and by adding the weight of the toning ball, he's able to build strength and muscle memory at the same time. Focusing on his backhand power, the toning ball throw allows Thiem to replicate the dynamic range of motion involved in his stroke. It's not just about arm strength. His legs, hips, and core all play a part in generating the energy behind each shot. The heavier ball also helps improve his endurance and resistance, ensuring that his backhand stays powerful even in long, grueling matches. Wrist strength is another key benefit of the toning ball workout. Given his history of wrist injuries, Thiem knows how important it is to keep this part of his body strong and flexible. The toning ball throws involve repeated movements that engage his wrist in a controlled yet powerful manner. This helps strengthen the muscles around his wrist and improves his joint stability. Since his wrist is constantly under stress during match play, especially during rapid backhand to forehand transitions, this part of his warm-up is essential for injury prevention and maintaining peak performance. Another cornerstone of Thiem's pre-match routine is shadow drills, where he mimics key tennis movements without the use of a ball. Shadow drills are all about repetition and focus, allowing Thiem to hone the mechanics of his strokes while reinforcing muscle memory. Here, he pays special attention to his serve, footwork, and ground strokes, particularly his forehand and backhand. Serving is one of the most critical aspects of tennis, and for Thiem, getting his serve ready before a match is essential. During shadow drills, he practices his full serving motion, concentrating on every detail, from his ball toss to the snap of his wrist as he follows through. By doing this without a ball, Thiem can focus entirely on the mechanics and rhythm of his serve. He can ensure that his shoulder rotation is fluid, his balance is centered, and his wrist snap is precise. This helps him get in the zone mentally, while priming his muscles for the explosive power needed for his real serves. Thiem's serve is a powerful weapon, and these shadow drills allow him to feel the movement in a way that isolates the motion and minimizes distractions. He's able to detect small flaws or hesitations in his motion and correct them before stepping onto the court for the real thing. Tennis is a game of movement, and Dominic Thiem is one of the most athletic players on tour. Shadow drills give him the chance to practice his footwork patterns and movement across the court. Quick, explosive steps are a huge part of his playing style, especially when transitioning between defense and offense. During his shadow drill sessions, Thiem often simulates these transitions, practicing the small, sharp steps needed to cover the court efficiently. In addition, he works on staying low, which is crucial for generating power and maintaining balance during ground strokes. The more fluid and automatic his movements become during these shadow drills, the better he can execute them during a match. When it comes to shadowing his forehand and backhand, Thiem emphasizes both technique and fluidity. His forehand is one of the strongest shots in his arsenal, and he uses shadow drills to make sure his form is perfect. He works on rotating his torso, keeping his wrist in the correct position, and making sure he follows through properly. Since there's no ball involved, he can break down each movement and fine-tune his mechanics. For his one-handed backhand, which is both elegant and powerful, the shadow drill serves as a way to ensure that his stroke stays technically sound. Thiem can focus on the unique aspects of his backhand, like the timing of his shoulder turn and the release of his wrist. This stroke requires a lot of timing and control, and shadowing it allows him to lock in those critical movements before the match. For Dominic Thiem, this pre-match routine isn't just about warming up his body. It's about preparing his mind and muscles to perform at their highest level. The toning ball throws build the strength and endurance needed for his powerful ground strokes, while protecting his wrists from potential injury. Meanwhile, the shadow drills help him fine-tune his technique and get his movement sharp. By the time he steps onto the court, every part of his game has been rehearsed, strengthened, and polished. It's easy to see how this combination of exercises not only helps him avoid injuries, but also ensures that he can play with the aggression and intensity he's known for. His pre-match routine shows that preparation is key, and it's no wonder he's been able to compete at such a high level for so long.